my ETA on the...
Properties. I'm just hoping that this is properly recording. Alright,
TC, sing it again.
No, no singing. Vetoed.
Fine. Rhythmically speak it again.
No.
As Christopher Walken?
No.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Topanga! You know, bag of peaches! Mama! You know,
It's even better.
One of these days I will hurt you.
No. You always hurt.
Strangely enough, it doesn't seem to be properly capturing, so I'm going to try something. Add display capture. Actually, no. Window capture. Okay. Perfect. Alright, now it's working. I'm just going to delete that capture. Alrighty. So, these drawings, as I was saying. So, I noticed that we left off talking about going inside and there being this wonderful little cabin with
Chairs
6
in a semicircle.
chairs facing a fireplace.
Yes.
And so we have this beautiful maroon cube with 6 smaller maroon cubes. A
Is that
hastily
maroon?
drawn and labeled fire with a little orange block I'm assuming is the door. But then I notice if I scroll further down, there is a tree Minecraft, a happy tree, a murder tree, a kind of nice tree, a will borrow your stuff and never return it tree, a pink and blue circle, and a green diamond heart thing.
Did you forget the
right.
Bob tree and the actually
right.
just the deranged tiefling tree?
Oh, no, sorry, I didn't zoom out far enough. The Bob tree and the actually a deranged tiefling tree. Now I do see them.
Okay, so for reference, this blue circle is me. The pink circle is somebody. The green diamond is spinning. And that's it.
So you guys decided to take the lack of tokens into your own hands and have drawn your own.
Yes.
Alrighty. Anyway,
And
There you go, I
TC is
got
this
tokens.
tiny little square.
The second one is a...
alright. Well, thank you, gentlemen, for your creative absurdity. So
This is what we imagine.
You know what? I'm proud of you all. Everybody
Really?
gets
Even me?
everybody gets 5 experience points
Woo!
for warming your GM's heart. And then TC loses 10 for being him.
That seems fair. That seems more like the Noob Slayer I know.
That's right. So anyway, you guys are going into the cabin. Correct? Is that where we
yes.
left off?
I
I
walk
have a
inside
question.
and ask if anybody here hasn't heard about our Lord and Savior. Give me a second.
Gimli?
No.
I
Not
have a
Gimli.
question. I
Our
have a
Lord
question.
and-
Does that make TC level 4 now?
You
No.
cannot. You cannot lose a level from negative XP
Alright.
because
You'll just
be
that
severely
won't be
understated.
fair to the amount of punishment I will inevitably have to throw Terrible Child's way. Yeah,
He'll just be horribly difficult to level.
you will not lose a level. If I ask you to lose XP, you can only go down to whatever would still let you keep your level. Anyway,
Alright, so I walk in and I grab a chair.
good for you.
I'm
Which
gonna
chair?
grab this one by the door.
Okay.
No! You've
Alright.
taken the chair that I want. I
Well-
take the second closest chair by the door,
Okay.
knowing that I might need to make a quick exit, depending on what happens.
Fair enough.
Follow suit. Actually, for the betterment of the party, I sit over here because I can make it to the door anyway.
Okay,
Because I'm fast.
because you're fast.
I have a speed of 45 feet.
Alrighty.
So, we seem to be missing 2 players.
They're
I
busy.
really enjoy the fact that y'all two are talking to each other, sitting in 2 different rooms of the same house.
Who are we missing?
I believe Cowboy and Malthion have yet to lay claim to a chair.
Malthion has a character, a little token, but he has not laid claim to a
He's
chair.
pinging. He's pinging. He has laid claim to his chair.
Okay.
Well, move the point of a token.
He's walking there very slowly.
I'm not touching it.
Yeah, it's whoever drew it, I think, gets to control it, so...
Who drew it, then?
These are good questions. Oh, wait,
What?
no, I can take control of them as well. Never
Well,
mind.
it was this chair anyway, no,
Yes.
so there you go.
Alright.
That was my chair.
Well, you didn't make it fast enough. You get one of the 2 remaining chairs.
No, like the pink circle was my character.
Oh, is that yours? Well, then why
Well,
is it
I had-
Malthion's
I had-
color?
I was gonna say, I had pinged the chairs.
I recommend going with
Malthion,
the
dude.
orange that you have arbitrarily been assigned by.
I will delete that then and make an orange.
Okay.
You know the great thing about being a circle token? No one can tell what direction I'm facing.
I thought it's because we're not squares.
I just assume that you're basically always flanked. Anyway.
Wait, what? I don't like that.
You're facing
Basically-
inward, right? Anyway. So,
I am facing like that away.
See,
That's supposed to be more of a spiral. I'm kind of like spiraled around.
it's not a swivel. It's not a stool. You're not just spinning in circles. It's a proper chair.
Oh,
What?
they don't get the cool
I mean,
swivel
I'm
here.
keeping my head. I'm keeping my head on the swivel, trying to see what's going on in
Okay.
here. Because we seem to be alone.
As you guys all take your seats, a fire magically erupts in the fireplace. It casts a gentle glow about the room, and is a very warm and pleasant fire.
All right. I look behind us.
Okay. You see that aside from the chairs and the fireplace, there's basically no other furnishings inside this shack.
Do I have to roll to see if there are any people?
You can make perception rolls if you'd like.
Oh,
Yay, 25.
So, in the nice warm bask of the fire's glow, you see dancing shadows emanating from where you all sit on the back wall of the shack, shed, hut. I still haven't fully nailed down what the structure is. But aside from that, there is nothing out of the ordinary about this building, other than the magic fireplace.
this strikes me as very odd.
I
This
touch my
magic
chair
fire.
and cast the light.
Okay.
Wait, what? What does this do?
It just makes it so the
It
object
produces
held
light
is
as if it's a
a light
torch.
source.
For like 10 minutes or something, if I remember. It's a
Okay,
cantrip,
so
right?
now
An
you're
hour?
sitting on a glowing
Oh, it's-
chair.
Yes, his chair is now glowing about as bright as the
Yes,
fire. So
it
there are
sheds
now
bright
2
light
sets
in-
of shadows in various places about the
It
building.
sheds
Okay.
bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim for an additional 20.
So
I
I
roll to wait until something happens.
I don't think you have to roll for that.
Okay, so I got a crit.
Yes, you can take a 20 on the wait till something happens.
I look into the fire to see if there's anything strange about the fire.
It's rather bright and your eyes are kind of starting to water a little bit, but
Okay, so
you're all just sitting here
I
quietly.
I pull
In
out
this
some
building.
marshmallows from my pack. Start to
You
eat.
have no marshmallows.
Well, I have rations. Marshmallows are considered a ration.
First
I-
off, no. Second off, you have no marshmallows.
I lean over to the dwarf sitting next to me, whose name I don't know because we don't talk very often, and I'm like, "Do you know what's going on? Is there somebody supposed to be here? You know?"
Unfortunately, nobody told me anything about what to expect, so
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit here and wait.
Okay. I also noticed that
Alright,
your
be
chair
good.
is glowing. Is that Is that all right? Are you okay there?
It's just I like to be able to see well.
Okay, good to know. But you are casting shadows on the ceiling. I hope you know that.
But what,
Yeah, but
what time is it outside? Like,
it
can-
doesn't matter.
I
It
don't
doesn't matter
care.
right now.
That is a good question. What time of day is it?
It's about early evening, late afternoon.
Okay.
So, as you guys are sitting here in abject silence, let's see. Perfect. Let me just grab. A small portal opens up at the back of the small hut that you were in, and out steps a man into view. At once he has stepped through the portal, it then disappears. Yes, man. Right where those words are.
I
ask, who are you?
Who is this orange sir that is just wandering about the cabin? By the way,
That's my giant, my
your token.
my
So
flag.
you've moved over towards him now.
And I ask, who are you that comes here?
Greetings, my name is Talbor, and my master has summoned you all here today. He'd like to request your assistance in finding something. If you're
Who's your-
interested in knowing more, please come with me to meet my master. And with that being said, the portal opens back up behind him, and he steps through it. You are once again left alone in the shack, with only the shimmering portal as evidence of your sudden visitor. As the fire snuffs
I
with
go
his
through
departure.
the portal.
You go through the portal?
Yes.
I go through the portal, but I've got like my hand resting on my sword, just because I don't know what's on the other side of this portal.
Alright.
So delete everything. Here we go.
I
New
go
plan.
through the portal.
You go through
Everyone-
the portal.
Mike,
We're all in the wall now. There we go. Congratulations.
Perfect.
We're all
Escape.
dead
We're
because we
all
walked into a
standing
straight
around
solid wall.
like a bunch of.
We're all
Alright.
standing.
So,
There we
you step through the portal. Did anyone decide not to step through the portal, just out of curiosity? I will take all of your confused silence as a no.
Yes, no, maybe
So, you guys, obviously the promise of more gold, and the lack of immediate harm was tempting enough for you all to.
I just want to bash some skulls in.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
when do we get to the murder hobo part?
There will be no murder hobos. Maybe some murder, maybe some hobos, but never combined. Anyway, so as you step through the portal, you are instantly transported into a large circular room. It is
Ooh, I'm on it.
messy. Yeah, it is messy. There are stacks of books and tapestries and scrolls just scattered everywhere. There are tables stacked piled high with just random trinkets and artifacts of the likes you've never seen
Dang it.
before. What?
I wanted it to be Cthulhu purple.
No. There's multiple colors. Light seems to flood the room as if you were outside during the midday sun, but there doesn't seem to be any windows or anywhere in particular this light is coming from. As you wander about, though, you see that obviously this place has not been reorganized in quite a while.
What's the room made out of?
What do you mean, what is the room made out of?
Like stone?
So
Wood.
the flooring is a nice dark wood. You can't quite put your finger on what it is, but you're pretty sure you've seen it before. The outer walls seem to be made of finely etched stone, as if it was a cobblestone tower, but each individual stone has been carved intricately by different craftsmen almost.
I want to investigate the stone.
Okay.
Yeah, what'd you say that was all in this room again?
Let's see.
What
The
isn't?
trinkets for the table?
It's less of what's in this room, more like what isn't in this room. There's jars with specimens. There is
Got a 24 on
tables
my.
full, tables and piles of books. There are bookshelves. There are cabinets. There are trunks. It basically looks like you have walked into the living room of Breeze Home from someone's Skyrim campaign, and they're already level 80 something, so they have just dumped all of their belongings and all of the belongings of half of the countryside in this one room, with no real rhyme or reason to how it is strewn about.
Alright. I got a
I
24 on my history check to check the origin of the stonework.
So the stonework in of itself doesn't really seem to draw any sort of like connection, like historically. Like you can't find a reasoning behind the patterns or the artwork. The stone itself seems to come from the mountains in the north. So for what it's worth, these stones are not from the area around where you initially entered the shack.
So I look for either the man who we followed or someone new, like a person.
Okay. As you
So-
scan around the room, you guys realize that you are alone. Mr. Talbor is not around necessarily. You did follow him through the correct portal, but he does not seem to be here waiting for you. I appreciate whoever is so dedicated to decorating our random locations.
I start wandering amongst the piles of artifacts and trinkets, and
I start looking for money.
I go search the trunks.
Okay.
Do I see any like brewing supplies where I can make some meat or anything?
No, you don't see any brewing supplies.
Darn.
Cowboy, you said you were going to look at the trunks?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Like, are you just looking at them, or, like, walk me through what you're doing here?
So I'm gonna go and take a look at them, because, I'm just gonna make sure there ain't no booby traps on.
Okay. Make an insight check if you're checking them for traps. Is that with all of your modifiers for the insight skill? You do still have your character sheet.
It's not my character sheet itself, it's right here.
Okay.
Let me... inside. That's gonna be 18.
Alrighty. You don't see anything that indicates these chests are trapped in any way. However, they do look like very nice, expensive chests.
They don't look like they contain armor. Screw it. Not armor, but weapons. Weapons, my bad.
I start.
I'm just
All right,
relax
so you
on the
kind of wander
floor.
off. Anyone else was looking at some things?
I start looking through the
Claire's gonna go
trinkets
check
and
out
objects.
the Books a Million.
Okay. As you're looking through some of the trinkets, you just find all sorts of oddities and whatnot. You feel like you've stumbled into an entire curio shop, essentially, just without a manager and surrounded by even more strange and wondrous things. And you're looking at the books.
I'm looking at the Books a Million.
Okay. Are you
Just
looking
kind
for
of
anything
browsing
particular in the
Just looking for
books?
any religious text about pantheons, stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't know why my alt tab is not functioning properly. Trying to get at certain things. Alrighty. So back to... Here we are. As you are, I guess, rifling through the books, you guys hear sort of a crashing sound coming from over in this direction of the building.
There door or stairs or anything?
Not really. You can see. I mean, there's just junk and stuff piled up all over the place. It's hard to tell, but yes, the crashing sound from over in that direction, like something getting knocked over.
I'm gonna go investigate.
I move towards it, keeping a table of things between me and the sound.
Oh, okay.
That's the junk. That's the junk.
As I guess Cowboy approaches the
I'm also going to investigate.
area, I need to ask you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Everyone or just him?
No, just Cowboy.
Looks like Cowboy got a 19.
No, that was
Oh, is that his previous roll?
Previous roll.
How come I can't move my drawing?
Alright, and you have a +2 to your dex save? Alrighty. You barely just in time manage to leap backwards as a small pile of books come crashing down towards you, just strewing themselves about the floor. And behind it stands a man with thin, wiry gray hair, giant spectacles, and kind of like a lazy left eye. And he seems to be just like holding more stuff in his arms than a man of his stature should probably ever try walking around with. And
I offer to help him carrying.
Bumbling out, just, oh, sorry, I'm so terribly sorry. I didn't mean for such a mess. You know, I meant to clean up, I really did, knowing I had company coming, but you know how these things go.
Don't apologize. Such a mess couldn't harm me.
I
You
offer
should have
to
seen
help
the
him
last
carry
guys
the
I had
thing
in
which
here
he
trying
carried.
to help me.
Are you the man that we're trying to... Or?
Trying to what?
Negative 50 experience.
Yeah, I was going to say.
No. Are you the man that's hiring?
Ah, yes, you must be the fine gentleman from the guild. Yes, I've misplaced something, and I was hoping you gentlemen could help me find it.
I
What
realized
is it
that
that you
something's going
misplaced?
on and make my way over there.
Alrighty.
Good job.
Yes. Yes, so, I've misplaced an amulet that is vital to what I'm working on. It's somewhere in the basement. It's somewhere.
Basement? I didn't
May
notice
I-
anything around here that can leak down unless you have it covered up with something.
Yes, the entrance to the basement. It's over here, and he quickly scurries off over in this direction. He pushes a pile of books off the top of one of the trunks, lifts the lid, reaches inside, and pulls a rope. At which point in time, the Books-A-Million table collapses backwards this way, as a trapdoor opens up underneath it, with stairs leading downward.
Do you have a description of the amulet? Is there anything in particular we're looking for?
Yes,
As
the
far as the
amulet
amulet?
is very distinct. It is about the size of a common pocket watch, and it seems to be comprised of almost entirely gears. You'll notice it in an instant. If you hold it up to your ear, you can hear the ticking and turning inside. I need it for some important research, but I'm not 100% sure where it's at, and I can't leave some of my other things unattended to go looking for it myself.
I have a question. Is there anything that we might face down there that is problematic?
I'd like to say no, but at the same time, I can't promise. Let's just say there's a reason you have been hired, and I have not sent my assistant down there looking for it.
Barbarian starts to smile. Excellent. actually going to be a promising adventure. How much is the pay for this?
Compensation will vary, but basically just assume that if I've thrown it to the basement, I don't really have too much of a need for it much anymore, so you might find some old trinkets and whatnot down there. Feel free to keep some of the things. The amulet does need to come back to me, though. You can't keep that one.
Alright.
Another question about... Sorry.
And I will be paying a sum of 1,000 gold to the lot of you for assistance in this matter.
I do have one more question. If we do find any items down there worthwhile keeping, do identify them for us?
Possibly, but I am rather busy, so to be entirely honest, once I have the amulet, I will be back to important research.
Is there anything about this amulet that might give us trouble with returning it?
No, it's not too remarkable in of itself. I just
as long as we don't mess with it, it'll be fine.
No, it's not anything sinister. It's simply a weak magic item, but where it draws its power is a subject of research of mine.
Ah.
Now, go on, shoo-shoo. Find it for me. I do need it in a relatively timely fashion.
I'll certainly help you out.
Yes, yes. And with that, he disappears behind some more piles of stuff, leaving you with the open entrance to the basement.
All right. I want to look and see if there's anything that I can see down into the basement right before we all come clobbering down in.
Before you all come clobbering down in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they tumbled down on the floor already. I don't know about them, but I'm gonna look first before I leap.
Okay. Well, you don't really see too much down. Oh yeah, especially with that roll. You don't see too much down into the basement. You see lights kind of down there, so it's not completely dark. But you mostly just see the stairwell. You can't really see down into the basement necessarily.
Could I look as
I walk down.
I tell the barbarian, hey, let me know if you run into anything that is troublesome, and then follow a good 5 steps behind him.
Alrighty, you guys should now have joined me on the next page.
Oh my god, I can't see anything.
Alright. It's a rather small little section of map, but you guys should see it. So on the left-hand side, I have drawn some stairs for you, just as a point of reference. You guys have come down into a long hallway-like corridor with 6 doors flanking on both the left and right of you. There are 2 large ornate rugs in the middle of the floor, and there are approximately 8 torch scones on the wall providing light.
I take a peek into the first door on the left.
You're going to go and look into the first room?
The first room on the left, yes. Always start on the left.
Alrighty. As you open the door to the first room, you take a look inside, and it appears empty.
Appearances can be very mysterious.
Can I make an investigation check to see if it's truly empty?
Make a... I want to say make an intelligence saving throw.
Whoa. Okay, that's not good. Hey.
As you peer into the room, it does indeed seem empty.
Oh, there's nothing in this room. I say we continue on until we find something to fight, or we get what we need.
I tried to open the first door on the right.
Okay. As you open the first door on the right, You take a look inside, and in here seems to be suits of armor on mannequins. There are some swords along the back wall. There's a table in the far corner of the room that's got some papers and books laid open on it.
All right. I go in and I want to check out the armor. I want to investigate the room.
Hello.
Alrighty, you are investigating the room. Jumping to the next room. Alrighty. So for all of these rooms, just so you know, assume that you guys enter from the bottom middle of the rooms. I know that I've got most of them fogged over, so you can't see everything.
All right, so start from the
I
bottom
enter
up. All right.
there.
Yes, you guys
Wherever that
start
is.
from about here.
Yeah. Well,
Whoops, I accidentally left the editor. Ah!
There I am.
Alrighty. So, and as you step into the room, you see much of this reveal fog is not a delicate tool. So as you step into the room, you see some of the suits of armor and swords and whatnot just on racks all around the room. Just, you know, it looks like someone is setting up their own little personal museum of medieval warfare.
I
investigate the armors.
You investigate the armors. How so?
I want to see, looking for medium armor, and I want to see what kind of medium armor is the,
What sort of medium
Right.
armor?
So, scale mail, chain mail.
Most of
second.
it seems to be sort of scale mail, some leather armors, and whatnot on the mannequins. There is one set of plate armor on this mannequin here in the middle of the room.
I investigate the plate armor. Second.
And who was it? Phoenix.
That's actually-
You were looking at the stuff on the table.
I was just looking through the swords.
Oh, okay. There's nothing really spectacular. They're just long swords and short swords.
I'm gonna take 10 minutes to cast a spell as a ritual.
You're gonna take 10 minutes to cast a spell.
And ritual spell takes 10 minutes plus the
And
cast.
what spell are you attempting to cast?
Detect magic.
Okay.
I
So you sit
don't
down
know.
in the middle of the floor and
Yeah.
begin
Start
casting your
casting
ritual spell. Okay.
While he does that, I look around the room for any.
Oh, wait.
weapons
I was looking at the wrong
other
list.
than
Yeah, I was gonna
swords.
say.
I don't have that prepared.
All right.
Never mind.
So you
Okay,
don't
while
do that.
he doesn't do that,
Yeah.
I look around for weapons other than swords.
It's mostly just swords in this room. Nothing really else.
I
Are
take
there
a look at the
short
tables.
swords?
You gonna take a look at the table?
Yeah,
Are,
take a look
are
at some of the
there
scrolls on the
short
table.
swords?
I'm sorry. What was that? What was that?
Spina.
Spina.
Are there short swords?
There are a few short swords around as well. Yes, short swords and long swords.
I think I just pick up a short sword to put in my inventory.
Okay. Add a short sword to your inventory.
I take a look at the table
Okay.
and some of the things on it.
So like I said, there seems to be like research notes, hastily scribbled across various loose leaf paper, and there seem to be some scrolls and books that are laid open, kind of as research materials.
Are they written in common?
They are not, actually. As you attempt to look at them, they seem to be written in some sort of foreign rune-like language that you don't recognize.
So they are not common or draconic?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to move to the table and take a look as well at whatever's on the table.
Okay. You also see that there are notes handwritten on several loose-leaf sheets of paper and research books strewn about.
I'm going to try and see if I can read them.
You can't.
I hold up a mirror and try to read them in the mirror.
I know Celestial.
I don't care what you know.
Can I make a check to see if I recognize the language at all?
Okay. Are you using any sort of spells, or are you just making a knowledge?
It would be a knowledge check.
Or investigation, possibly. You could do a knowledge history or an investigation check. I will allow whichever one you want.
I'll do a knowledge history.
Okay. That is fine.
No.
Alrighty. You don't recognize these runes. They don't even seem familiar to anything you could possibly even tell what they're derived from. That's how foreign they seem.
I'm gonna take a couple of the more complete looking scrolls and just put them in my inventory.
Okay.
Just for safekeeping.
How many are you grabbing?
I pick up a second short sword.
How many short swords do you need?
2.
That's fine.
One in
Add
each
a
hand?
short sword to your inventory. How many of the scrolls are you taking?
Just maybe 2 or 3, just complete scrolls.
All right. Add this won't put this kind of under your miscellaneous or possessions category. Add runic scroll. We'll say you find one that is complete, as in like filled all the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Okay. You pocket that.
Has anybody taken the plate armor?
No, you sat down on the floor in front of it, realized you didn't know what you're doing, stood back up and walked away.
Alright, I'm going to take half of the plate armor.
Half of the plate armor?
Yeah, because it's half plate. Unless there's half plate armor sitting around.
Okay. Anyway, so you're going to...
I'm going to look for some half plate armor.
There's no half plate armor.
I'm going to try to leave the room.
Alrighty. So you're heading back towards the hallway.
Yeah, I'm heading back towards the hallway. I'll linger in the doorway while I wait for them, because I know that going off by myself is probably a bad idea.
Okay.
I follow.
Alright, so as you guys are heading out of the room, TC is fiddling with some armor, and I need TC to make a dexterity check real quick for me.
Oh, yay!
I knew touching the armor was a bad idea.
That'll be fine.
Oh yeah, it'll sure be fine. Can I rummage into my backpack?
Boom, baby!
You manage to realize something seems a little off and take a step backwards before the armor reaches out to grab you.
Oh, okay.
In that moment, Cowboy,
Yes.
I need you to also make a dexterity check.
Okay.
Thank goodness I'm over by the door.
Ah, not so much luck. One of the longswords over on the wall springs forth from its mount and slashes at you.
Go on, Derek.
And at this point...
Is it like hovering slash, or is it like flung?
It's kind of like the sword flies up and then it slashes, as if being wielded by an invisible person, essentially.
All right.
Stone endurance. Stone endurance.
That's fine. Give me a second. I am just pulling up the necessary, the necessary, whatchamacallits, stats.
Short swords, because literally my punches are as strong as the short swords.
Yes. I'm having issues with my alt tab again. Flippin' crap. Alright, anyway, so you're using your Stone's Endurance feature?
Yep, I marked it as used.
Alrighty, that's good. I'm gonna just make sure I'm putting in the correct numbers here. Alrighty. And you only take 2 damage from that, so with the Stone's Endurance, I guess that is negated.
You heal for 3 health.
No, he doesn't heal for 3 health, he just negated
Shit,
up to
my
5.
skin's still stone. Get it off.
Yes. At which point, then, another sword comes flying off the wall and makes an attack against Terrible Child. But it does not seem to be able to find its mark. And with that, roll initiative.
Sweet.
Initiative is plus dex, right? I forget.
Initiative actually is its own kind of stat, should be at the top of your character sheet. It factors in certain things about your level and your dexterity.
I didn't know your level, dude.
There's certain things based on your class and whatnot. Your initiative bonus goes up.
So,
Woo,
I go
17.
first. It looks like Terrible Child will be going first, yes. So let me try to remember. Was there a initiative tracker as part of this? Turn order. There aren't any tokens on the page. Ugh. I'll worry about that later. Alright, so yes, Terrible Child. You have the first.
I cast Word of Radiance and attack both of those yahoos.
Both
Within
of
5
those
feet of me.
yahoos.
Yeah, so the armor and the sword.
Alrighty. And what?
They
Hey, between Noob Slayer, between you and Mattheon, y'all both have 4. So I pick out who's gonna go last and who's gonna go for last.
What you talking about?
I was looking at your D20 roll for your.
That
initiative.
was an
I rolled
attack
initiative
roll
first.
against Terrible
That
Child.
wasn't-
No.
Oh, so Mattheon. Alright, it's gonna go.
Alright.
GT
so
me.
both of them have to make a
Hey, Speedy,
Constitution
you're,
save.
Mike.
They both have to make con saves.
Yes,
Alrighty.
Word of Radiance.
Let's see.
If they fail, they take 1d6. DC 15.
Yeah.
And they both pass.
Yeah, they're both passing that one. And they take how much?
Nothing. They
Nothing.
pass.
Okay. Yeah. So, next up in our initiative order is
Golden Phoenix.
yes, Phoenix. Somebody's buzzing.
Yeah, that's speeding. Let me take a look here. Let's see, how large is this room? I'm by the door.
Yes.
Relatively small.
Each square is the standard 5 feet, so it's a relatively small room.
So I can reach the other end of the room easily.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see, who seems to be in the most trouble?
I'm gonna put TC
I'm-
properly in his square.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
You know,
by
you
the door
could give
here.
us tokens.
No, your circles are fine.
I'm going to use my I'm going to shoot. I think that it's better if we just run. So I jump between TC and the armor and this other sword here with my shield out,
Okay.
so that he can have time to get away.
So you are... I'm trying to...
Yeah, I'm like right there.
Okay. So you're attempting to intervene.
Yeah. Two against one is never fair. Always even the odds.
Alrighty. Yeah, thank you for the addition of the door. It's important. Are you
floaty door.
shouting any sort of tactical instructions at Terrible Child? Because right now,
Well,
basically...
to the room in general, get out.
Alright. And
Barbarian starts to laugh.
I was gonna say, you hold your action, then, I guess? You're just shielding up?
I'm holding up my shield, ready to defend.
Okay, so you're holding your action. Then next up is going to be... Cowboy's next.
Who looks like the biggest guy in the room?
The suit of armor. The other two are simply swords.
My barbarian just yells out this glee-ish barbarian noise. Yeah!
I'm sorry, what was that noise?
And he enrages.
Alright. Go ahead and use one of your rages.
Boom. Ah! You know, he starts getting all this veiny, just, oh my god, yes! Finally! And then, he looks at him, and like, fine. And, he's gonna take out his nice, big, beautiful looking axe, and he's gonna beat the crap out of him twice.
Alrighty. Make your 2 attacks with advantage.
Alright, so let's see if... You just want me to roll 2d20 for this one? Or?
Yeah, you roll 2 attacks, since you said you're making 2 attacks. And
Roll
since
two
you
separate. How's that work?
are flanking him from behind, you get to make your attacks with advantage. So
Oh, so we are using advantage in this.
there is advantage, yes.
Okay.
Advantage, so let me roll again. Ah, one attack hits. Let me see if the other one hits.
So your first attack was a 17, and your second attack is... You can roll 2d20s and then just add the 7 afterwards. For future reference, too.
Okay.
No, because it totals it, and you don't know.
It totals it, but it shows you what both dice are.
Alright.
So
Oh.
your first attack actually doesn't connect, but your second attack does.
Alrighty.
So go ahead and
Damage.
roll your damage.
Alright. Whopping 13.
Alrighty, allow me to just double check his...
While he's hitting him, he's just like, more, I want more.
Alright, you hit him for, what was it, 13 damage? I'm staring at a different screen, so
Yes,
give me some help
13.
here. Alrighty. So you get a nice solid hit on this hollow suit of armor. Makes a nice clang. You put a small dent into it with your mighty blow. At this point in time, it is now...
A good fight.
At this point in time, it is now... checking my order again. Next is Malthion.
Keep in mind that the order I posted did not include the enemies.
No, that's fine. I understand.
Well, I'm not even in the room because I never went in. So
That's fine. You still got to roll initiative.
oh,
based on the sounds of terror and combat. And it is currently your move. Assume that you're just outside the door. Remember, it's a small hallway.
Hold action.
You're just gonna wait? No, I didn't hear nothing.
Chill.
Just hear a barbarian yelling in there, more.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
think he's good. I think
That's
we're good.
fine. Hold your action.
Yeah. Roll to chill.
You're gonna guard the hallway. Make sure no reinforcements show up, right?
Sure.
Alrighty. Well then it falls to
Jen Saran.
Jen Saran.
Alright, I'm gonna move here, boom, and just start attacking this guy.
Which guy?
The big guy.
Alright.
He looks big.
My barbarian just kind of looks at you. He's mine.
Yeah, you don't want to get in the way of
I
barbarians.
look at the barbarian and with the look that just says, "I don't care about whatever you were saying."
Anyway, so
awkward eye
so you
contact.
move into range.
And then let's see.
Guys, we are fighting bits of moving metal. Come on.
We can buff the damage out.
Alright, that's my first.
Exactly. You can't. How are we going to win against this? Just get out.
Beat the crap out of him.
Alright, so that
You
was
just got to convince the barb to get out, but he loves fighting.
an attack roll with
with quarterstaff.
a quarterstaff. Alrighty. Does not connect.
Alright, second attack.
That one does strike true. So roll for your
Alright.
damage.
This was a two-handed swing, so roll.
Two-handed with a quarterstaff is a D8, I believe.
Yeah, D8. Yep. Why is this taking long to roll? Am I just lagging? Probably.
It might be just you lagging.
My goodness, he's really winding up for this swing.
Yeah, we're waiting in anticipation to know how badly he dents it.
He better knock the head clean off. I want to see this. I want to see this helmet go flying.
Try giving the roll again. The lag attack. The armor used his he
delays his
activated
damage
his
until
trap
next turn.
card
There it is.
and
He places down a trap card.
I guess I don't know. I'm still waiting for the attack roll to
That was-
populate.
It was a 7. It said on my screen.
Okay, so you managed to get a number.
Yep, it said 7. Oh, my connection has been interrupted, but on my screen it says 7.
All right, we'll go with 7. 7 sounds like a good number.
So, unless I can tell that he's been defeated, I'm gonna spend 1 key point and use my bonus action to punch twice.
Okay. Flurry of blows.
Yep.
All right, go ahead and
Flurry those blows, man.
go ahead and use your attacks there. So that's 2 attack rolls, correct?
Yeah. I'll just have to wait on it. Oh,
Where's our intense battle music?
I didn't. Oh, and he DC'd.
I did.
Would you like to
No.
designate someone else to input your roll commands for you, or do you mind if I input the roll commands?
Sure, you can do it.
Alright.
My attack. Oh, there it is. It popped up.
Oh, okay.
I got a 17.
17. All right, and one more attack roll. Because you said you were doing 2.
Yeah.
All right. Neither of your melee attacks hit, so we had a 7 total damage. Alrighty. The armor's
And then
pretty
I walk
dented.
back over towards the door because I have a lot of speed.
Okay. So you then hit him and move away?
Yep.
That is unfortunate for you.
He
Oh,
does an
right.
attack of
Yeah.
opportunity.
Yeah, you, in doing so, leaving that space invokes 2 attacks of opportunity. against you. Both the flying sword up in the corner and the suit of armor. So, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Let me just double check their attack bonuses. That is not the correct webpage. Here we go. Let's see. Alright. And what is your armor class?
17.
Ooh, you're lucky. You're real lucky. You slipped by. To answer your question there, Phoenix, you can, on your turn, use the disengage action to freely move out of someone's space without invoking opportunity attacks.
It just requires.
But it is your action.
Yeah,
for your turn. Yeah. Now, if you have a mechanic-related question, feel free to interrupt and ask. It's best to get those cleared up.
Well, if I'm doing those, I'm probably gonna just type it if you're doing a calculation or something, so you can get to it.
No, I think in the future I'll actually pull out my Chromebook and just have the Roll20 on the one and all of my other crap on the other one, so I don't have to, because my Alt-Tab is broken.
Anyway, so...
Alright, so, you managed to not. Now it falls back to our clinky clanky baddies. So the armor suit spins around furiously and targets the barbarian with some strikes. Let's see, so...
Ooh, does that mean I can jump on it?
No, it does not mean you get to jump on it.
Not yet, but, like, when my turn shows up.
Yes.
If it stays that way.
So, what is your armor class at the moment, Cowboy?
My armor class currently is...
And with
Right
that,
at the top.
he was never heard from again.
16.
It's 16?
Yeah.
Alrighty. You are rather lucky. This suit of armor starts throwing punches at you, and you just barely manage to duck out of the way of its swings. You can feel the ferocity behind them.
He's just laughing. It's like you're actually trying.
And while that is happening, this sword moves to close with you and also attacks. And it looks like it's found its mark finally. It's a little miffed that it missed the first time.
How do swords have emotions?
You know what? I don't ask questions. A magic flying sword can do whatever the magic flying sword wants to do. So
I stare the sword dead in the eyes that it doesn't have, and I'm like, why?
yes, and so it is going to hit, and it is going to do... let's see... it does 8 damage, I want to say... Yes, 8 damage.
4 damage. Woohoo!
Alrighty, and then the second sword attacks the dwarf.
Aren't I in the way, though?
Bring
You're
it!
not in the way, fun fact.
Really? It just dodges
ooh, and
over my
I
head.
think he managed to find his mark.
AC 18.
Yeah, his plus to hit, though. So you are going to take a whopping 9 damage from this slash.
Oh man, that's a top-notch slash.
Alright. And with that, the initiative falls to Terrible Child.
Alright, so I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on the armor, and it makes a wisdom save.
You're going to cast Toll of the Dead against an inanimate
It does
suit of
necrotic art. It works.
Let me just double check real quick.
You point at one creature you can see within range. Bell fills
yeah, hold
the air
on.
around it.
Okay, you said it's
does it
necrotic.
count-
Okay.
Does it
Yeah.
qualify as a creature though?
Yeah.
It's not a creature. It's technically a construct. But no. Okay, necrotic damage. It's not immune to. I just want to double check since it is a construct.
Well, the thing is, also, if it's a construct, you might want to check if that spell works on constructs, because a lot of spells like that just say they don't affect constructs right then.
It doesn't say that. You point at one creature you see within range, and the sound of a bell fills the air around it. The target must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw, or take 1d8. If the target is missing any of its hit points, it instead takes 1d12.
That's spicy.
Alright, so it needs to make a saving throw.
Yes.
That is not the window I would like to pull up. Alright, thank you. Alright, and it was which saving throw?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Alright.
Yeah. No, so it takes...
Hold on just a second. Yeah, no, it fails its wisdom saving throw.
Alright, and since it is missing hit points and I am 5th level, it takes 2d12 damage.
2d12?
Yes.
Roll for damage. And then read out the number to me.
19.
Alrighty, and with that, the suit of armor falls face first towards the barbarian and just crashes onto the ground.
And I yell, "Ha ha ha! I got the kill, barbarian!"
And he
Alrighty.
just kind of shrivels. He wasn't worth it anyway.
Alright, and then it then moves on to, I want to say Phoenix is next.
All right. Shoot, how do you combat a sword?
Whack it.
You hit it.
That's all I know how to do.
I mean, I guess, but does okay. I'm not gonna question it. I take my long sword, and I give a swing at the sword nearest me.
Make your attack roll.
Hold on, let me look at my. My attack
Dip.
roll is what? Strength
D20
and-
plus
D20
your...
plus strength?
Yeah.
Strength and proficiency.
Plus 3 strength and proficiency. What? Oh yeah, because I'm proficient in this weapon.
It should automatically be factored in on your character sheet and tell you exactly what your plus to hit is.
Well, it tells me what my plus to hit is, but it doesn't tell me what my. Oh, D20. Just roll the D20, right?
Yeah.
Duh.
That's the
I'm just-
core.
It's been a while since I've been in combat.
Man.
Okay.
You're a bad murder hobo.
Yeah. Anywho. So, 12.
I haven't been in combat in a while.
Yeah, so you swing at the sword, but perplexed by the nature of it, you can't seem to manage to connect your swing.
What am I aiming at? Do I aim at the blade? Do I aim at the pommel? What? What is going to hurt this sword?
Hard! You just aim at the sword!
Alright.
It ain't that hard!
You doing anything else other than swinging very
You know what?
confusedly?
You know what? I don't care if I take my opportunity attack. I'm going straight to the door.
Alrighty, and it does take its attack of opportunity against you.
I'm relying
But
on my
it
armor class. of
does
18.
miss horribly.
Can it get stuck in my shield? Is that how bad it swings?
Can it be prone?
No,
I have a
actually, fun
question.
fact, it's immune to the prone condition, but, you know.
Can it just be stuck in my shield since it missed so terribly?
Well,
No,
since-
you managed to just get away.
Okay.
This was just
I'm
an
like
opportunity
just
attack.
straight out the door.
All
I
right.
don't.
Phoenix,
I'm going.
what was your attack bonus? 7.
My attack bonus? What do you mean?
Yeah. But to hit.
Yeah, what was your plus to hit on your 12?
Oh yeah, it should have been a +6. I can't read this version of the.
Oh, okay.
The 18.
No, that's fine. So, anyway, continuing on.
It would have been an 18. Yeah, if I'd done it right.
Nah, that's fine. You're still running.
Yeah.
So, Phoenix has left the building, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm gone.
Then it falls to our barbarian. Ooh, that's some bad buzzing. Is that cowboy?
Me.
Okay.
I don't hear
It is
that.
your turn, sir. How do you wish to proceed?
At this point, big guy fell. He's like, ah. Looks over at the sword that stabbed him. Your neck.
What do you mean? Oh, my guy yells, "What do you mean you're next? You haven't killed anything yet!"
And with that, TC used his reaction.
Yes, I did spend my reaction for that.
I just want to
I
make
You
sure.
am
guys
fine
are
with
so-
that.
You guys are so petty.
Oh.
You're fighting inanimate objects. I'm gone.
So it takes actions to speak.
Well, if he's going to waste some of this time like that, he consumes what would be his reaction for other purposes.
Does a +7, so does a 13.
Oh,
18.
those are your 2 attacks for your turn? Okay.
13 and 18.
Alrighty. So the 18 isn't sufficient, and neither is the 13. So
Hitting his sword.
yeah, it's amazing how well their armor class is, considering they're just swords.
Well, where do you hit it? If you hit the blade, it'll bounce off.
Anyway, so you do miss.
Seems you're also confused by how to battle a sword.
Well, I mean, it's
I
just
spent
a
the life
weapon.
wielding it.
Yeah, there's nothing wielding it. It's just a flying sword. Anyway, so that was your turn. We move on to, I want to say, Malthion, who has just witnessed Phoenix come sprinting out of the room.
While getting swung at by a random sword.
No, he's just hanging out in the hallway. He just sees you fleeing the room in a panic.
I'm not panicking. I'm just.
How do you react to your fellow Dragonborn fleeing the room?
It was not cowardice. It was a tactical retreat.
Malthion? You still there?
Killer? Oh, he's muted.
Yeah, he's muted.
Hold on, let me go harassificate him real quick. I'll be back!
I swear, next turn I get, I'm locking you guys inside.
Why? We can't do this. I've already killed one.
It wasn't a sword, though. You can hit armor.
Oh, it's a spell. It still has to make a wisdom saving bonus.
It's a sword. It doesn't have wisdom.
Exactly. That's the point.
Okay, I see your point. How about I lock you
Right?
in there until you've killed it?
Besides, I'll grab the plate. Do you know how expensive plate armor is? 1,500 gold.
Yes,
Oh, I've got proficiency in smithing tools. I'll just buff out the dex. Boom. Even if I sell it for half the price,
Yes,
I've just
but
made 700 gold.
didn't you hit it with necrotic damage?
Yes.
So it's rusted out.
No. No. Wait.
Yes.
Wait. No.
That's the armor version of
Grab
necrotic
one
damage.
sword and hit the other one, or leave.
Why? It's a fight. Who run? Well, also, you have to remember the barbarian's not gonna run from a fight.
The barbarian can fight all he wants. I'm just not gonna be there.
Well, I will, because I'm not gonna let the barbarian take all the glory.
I don't see the glory in fighting inanimate objects.
All right, whose turn is it?
It's Noob's.
The one
it's
who's not
Noob's
here.
turn. Noob's turn to show up again.
Wait, who went after the guy that's outside?
Alright, he's on his way back to his
Steven,
opportunity.
okay, tell me if something interesting happens.
Well,
Is
get back
there-
here. Something interesting might be just
So,
about to happen.
we may or may not have a question that requires thing. Necrotic damage. It does not cause rust, correct?
No, necrotic damage doesn't cause rust.
See, I told you. I've got proficiency in
Acid
smithing
damage
tools.
would
I'll-
cause problems.
I'll buff out the dents and the scratches, and I'm taking the plate mail now.
I had mend armor, but who knows?
Anyway,
Oh well, I have men too, but I'd rather do it as an actual smith.
okay.
Whose turn
So,
is it?
It's Maltheon.
yes, I know it is Maltheon's turn. Once he is unmuted, the stage is his. It is fallen to your turn again. You have just witnessed Phoenix, your fellow Dragonborn, come sprinting out of the room.
The first one out. I expected nothing less.
You're just gonna casually hang out in the hallway.
All right, so then is it my turn now?
Well,
Yeah,
hold on. I'm
so-
trying to figure out if Maltheon's gonna do anything else.
No.
No, you're just gonna make snide comments. Very nice.
All right.
Very nice.
All right then.
What snide comment did I miss?
Here is-
He said, you're the first one out. I expected nothing less.
Hey,
Alright.
Dragonborns know when to retreat.
Here's my master plan for
Oh,
my
boy.
turn.
Master
Step
plan.
1. Step 2.
Yes!
This is a wonderful plan.
I
Alrighty.
love it!
So,
I can move 45 feet in 6 seconds, but I just walk.
he just calmly walks out of the room. See you bros later. Alrighty. And with that, we fall back to the swords, who are going to take prospective stabs at the two guys closest to them. And by that, I mean, naturally, each of you's taking an attack.
Which one's which?
Well, good news for Cowboy, bad news for Terrible Child.
Aww.
What's your armor class again?
18.
Yeah, he's gonna hit you. Alrighty. Alright, and he's gonna whack you for 7. And it falls to you again, Terrible Child, for your turn.
Okay. I cast. Actually, I'm going to take a 5-foot step and cast Word of Radiant for a Constitution save again.
Alrighty.
Doesn't that include everyone in the circle?
No. It is each creature of your choice that you can see
Okay.
within range.
You said it was Constitution?
Yes.
Let me just pull up their stats again real quick. Alrighty. What is the number to beat?
15.
Hey, they both fail.
Woo, they both take 2d6.
Roll your damage.
Yay!
Of course, you have to use magic to fight swords.
You don't have to. That's just what seems to be going on right now. So 8 damage, correct?
And to one, 8 damage to the left, and then 7 damage to the one attacking the barbarian.
All right,
We don't even
so-
know each other's names, guys. Come on.
Yeah. I'm so proud of
Alright,
you all.
fine. You want me to put it that way?
Well, I mean, in his defense,
the one
we
attacking-
never did
well,
character introductions.
Yeah, he never put it in the campaign.
Yeah, and you
No,
guys haven't
we never
really
did
introduced.
introductions either.
You guys are just kind of like, yeah, I kind of know these guys. Just still go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're waiting until we get a moment so that I know whose name to yell at for being stupid.
I don't
All
even
right.
know what class the other Dragonborn is.
I think that's a player knowledge question.
Yeah.
Yeah, no metagaming.
You know that he's definitely proficient at hallway guarding. He has proven very adept at keeping things from entering the room from the hallway. Now, granted, he hasn't really had to, flex any muscles at the moment, but he is good at that job.
Physics question.
Physics question.
Does the door open outwards or inwards?
Inwards.
Dang it.
Anyway, no, you can't lock your friends in there. So it now falls to... It falls to Phoenix, technically, still. Are you enjoying your time in the hallway?
So, I look in there, and I'm just like, you guys got like 6 seconds.
You guys have...
I'm fixing to sneeze, and whatever is in front of me is about to get electrocuted.
Alright.
So, I do nothing.
You do nothing? So do you
imagine
shout
nothing.
into the room, or...
That was my turn. I gave him a warning.
Alright. Cowboy.
Huh?
It's your turn.
Discord's freaking out and you're roboting.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, you're cutting out.
Yep.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I didn't hear that last part.
Huh.
I heard you say it, but
Okay.
All right. 22 and 20.
22 and 20. Look at you. Actually
wow,
landing your
you're
hits here.
lagging. I heard you say that a second.
About
I
that?
use my reaction.
Wow.
About time you hit something.
Yeah. Alright, roll your damage.
They both hit?
Yes.
Roll damage.
While he's rolling his damage, I'm rolling my eyes so hard. Of course, barbarians would find a way to fight freaking floating sword.
Hey, I have a question. Are you using your reaction to roll your eyes?
Yes!
Consumes his reaction.
I'm gonna
Alrighty.
pay for it later, but I don't care.
Because I have the
Reactions
only
are per turn, so
entire
it's fine.
game that makes reactions useful.
Alrighty, so
Unless
you
I've prepared
swing your
something.
axe just back and forth like the mighty embodiment of Paul Bunyan that you are.
I'm just bashing in, going.
And
you can't do
Your
shit.
axe sort of catches like the hilt of the sword, and it swings, and you kind
Breaking
of
up, I can't
slow
hear
it. Okay.
Hold on. Come over here.
Alright, I will be right back.
You're cutting out super bad, and it's like a second and a half behind.
Alright, can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Sort of,
Yeah.
I can't hear your responses, so... Alrighty, thank you. Alright, so, as you swing your axe on the force swing, you kind of catch the sword, like, by the guard, and you swing it, and it's just kind of over your shoulder. But in your blind rage, you naturally have to finish with your second follow-through swing, so as you swing it back, it kind of flies off of your axe at the wall, hits it, and just falls to the ground motionless. And you feel a great sense of pride in having defeated a wielderless weapon.
Can I take a second reaction to just be like, are you done yet?
Yeah, but you only